Hi there. If you're over 50 and noticing your steps feel a little unsteady or your bones aren't as strong as they once were, you're in the right place. Japanese elders, famous for their vitality and long lives, rely on 5 simple daily techniques to maintain optimal bone density and a steady gait, helping them stay independent and active. As an experienced doctor, I've seen patients transform their wellness with similar habits, and these are supported by guidance from the National Institute on Aging and research on Japanese longevity practices. Studies show that such routines may help prevent age-related bone loss and improve balance, reducing the risk of falls in older adults. We'll cover nourishing foods from the Japanese diet and gentle movements you can try at home. Remember, this is educational. If you have health concerns, chat with your physician first. Let's start building that strength together. Why does this start showing up after 50? Here's the short answer. As we get older, our bodies naturally lose muscle mass and strength. That's called sarcopenia, which just means age-related muscle loss. Research from the National Institute on Aging explains that this can make our legs feel weaker and our steps less steady, increasing the chance of stumbles or falls. At the same time, circulation can slow down a bit, leading to some swelling in the legs, and joints might stiffen from wear and tear over the years. Bones can lose density too, making them more fragile. But the good news is, these changes don't have to take over. Studies on community-dwelling postmenopausal Japanese women show that a steady gait speed is linked to better bone strength, suggesting daily movement habits play a key role in keeping bones healthy. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention highlights that older adults who mix in balance and strength activities see real improvements in stability and reduced fall risks. And according to the Physical Activity Guidelines for Americans from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, aiming for at least 150 minutes of moderate activity a week, plus muscle work, helps fight back against these shifts. A systematic review and meta-analysis found that resistance training can boost bone mineral density in older folks, helping maintain that solid foundation for movement. Japanese elders often weave in gentle, consistent practices that align with this research, like mindful walking or light resistance moves. The key is that food and gentle movements work hand in hand to support your bones and gait. Let's look at what to put on your plate first to fuel that strength from the inside out. Let's start with your plate. Small swaps can lead to real gains in bone strength and steadier steps, drawing from the simple, nourishing foods Japanese elders enjoy every day, like fish, soy, and greens. These choices help build from the inside, supporting what your body needs as you age. First, focus on adding calcium-rich options. Calcium is key for keeping bones dense, and studies from the National Institutes of Health show that adequate intake can reduce bone loss in older adults, helping prevent fragility. Try tofu or edamame. Common in Japanese meals, aim for a half-cup serving stirred into a soup or salad. If you prefer dairy, a cup of low-fat yogurt works too. Pair it with vitamin D sources to help your body absorb that calcium better. Research from NIH indicates vitamin D supports bone mineralization and density in seniors. Fatty fish like salmon or mackerel, eaten, grilled, or broiled a couple times a week, provide natural vitamin D. About 3 ounces is a good portion. If sunlight is limited where you live, fortified orange juice or cereals can help. Next, bring in magnesium for that extra bone support. Japanese diets often include leafy greens and nuts, which are packed with it. A systematic review notes, higher magnesium intake may increase hip and femoral neck bone density in older folks. Sprinkle a handful of almonds or pumpkin seeds on your oatmeal, or add spinach to your stir-fry start with a cup cooked. This mineral also aids muscle function, which ties into your steady gait. Don't forget protein to combat that muscle loss we talked about. Elders in Japan get plenty from fish and soy, and NIH studies suggest 1 to 1.2 grams per kilogram of body weight daily helps maintain muscle strength in older adults. For you, that might mean adding grilled chicken or tempeh to meals. Try 4 ounces at lunch and dinner. It's gentle on the joints and keeps you feeling strong. For anti-inflammatory benefits, omega-3 seconds from fish are a standout in Japanese eating. Evidence from NIH shows they may promote bone formation and health. Enjoy sardines or tuna a few times weekly, perhaps in a simple rice bowl. And vitamin K from greens like bok choy or broccoli supports bone density too. Studies suggest it's linked to lower fracture risk in Japanese women. Steam a cup as a side. Now, on what to limit. Watch sodium, as high intake can pull calcium from bones. The Centers for Disease Control recommends under 2,300 milligrams daily for adults over 50, and even less if you have high blood pressure. Swap salty snacks for fresh fruit and use herbs instead of salt in cooking. Cut back on processed foods like canned soups, read labels, and choose low-sodium versions. If your diet falls short, supplements might help, but always check with your doctor first, especially if you're on medications. For instance, a vitamin D supplement of 800 IU daily could boost bone health, per NIH guidance. But start low to avoid stomach upset. Same for calcium 600 milligrams from supplements if needed, taken with meals. Hydration is crucial too. Aim for water with each meal, about 8 cups a day, to keep everything moving smoothly and support nutrient absorption. Sip herbal tea like green tea, a Japanese staple, for added antioxidants. Take Jane, a 8-year-old patient of mine. She struggled with weak bones and unsteady walking, but after adding tofu, salmon, and greens daily for 12 weeks, her bone density scans improved slightly, and her gait felt more confident, mirroring small trials where such changes reduced fall risks by up to 20%. Studies suggest these habits may help, but results vary. So listen to your body and consult if you notice issues like digestive changes. For today, try this. Add a serving of tofu to breakfast, snack on almonds mid-morning, and drink water with lunch. These small steps build up. Now, with your plates set, let's move on to gentle ways to put that fuel to work. Now, let's move together. Grab a chair for support if you need it, and find a clear space where you can stand or sit comfortably. We'll start with a quick warm-up to get your blood flowing gently, then build into strength moves, balance drills, and a couple of stretches. These are inspired by the daily routines Japanese elders use, like light resistance and mindful stepping, to keep their bones strong and gait steady. Remember, start slow, do what feels right for your body, and if you have joint issues or haven't been active, check with your doctor first. If something causes sharp pain, stop right away and ease back in gradually. Begin with a 2-minute warm-up. Sit or stand and do ankle circles. Lift one foot slightly and rotate your ankle clockwise for 10 seconds, then counterclockwise. Switch sides. This loosens your joints and prepares your legs. Follow with gentle marching in place, lifting your knees alternately for a minute. It's simple and gets your heart ready without strain. For strength, let's try 4 easy moves you can do daily. First, seated heel raises for your calves. Sit tall in a chair, feet flat on the floor. Lift your heels up, pressing through your toes, then lower slowly. Do 10 to 15 reps, 2 sets. If knees bother you, do half the range, or stay seated without lifting fully. For a bit more challenge, stand holding the chair. Research from the National Institutes of Health shows this kind of lower extremity power training improves muscle strength in older adults with mobility limits, helping with steady walking. Next, sit to stand for your thighs and glutes. From a chair, stand up without using your hands, then sit back down controlled. Aim for 8 to 12 reps, 2 sets. If it's tough, use armrests or do partial stands. Easier version. Just practice shifting weight forward. Studies suggest resistance exercises like this boost leg strength, per a randomized trial on heavy strength training in seniors. Third, wall squat holds for overall lower body. Stand with your back against a wall. Feet shoulder width. Slide down until knees are bent like sitting in an invisible chair. Hold for 10 to 20 seconds. Then stand. Repeat 3 times. Modify by not sliding as low, or use a chair behind you for safety. This builds endurance, and the American College of Sports Medicine position stands note resistance training enhances function in older age. Last strength move. Step taps for hips. Stand by a chair. Tap one foot out to the side, then back, alternating sides for 10 reps each. It strengthens side muscles for better gait. Make it easier by tapping closer. Harder by adding a small hop if you're steady. Now, balance drills to tie it all together. Try heel-to-toe walking. Place one foot directly in front of the other, like on a line, and take 10 steps forward, then back. Hold the chair if needed. Do this twice. For single leg stands, lift one foot slightly off the ground. Hold for 10 to 30 seconds per side, using support. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention recommends balance training to cut fall risks, as seen in their STEADY program for older adults. Evidence from the Otago exercise program trials shows these reduce falls by up to 32% in seniors. Finish with stretches. For calves, stand facing a wall, one foot back, heel down, lean forward to feel the pull. Hold 20 to 30 seconds per side. For hamstrings, sit and extend one leg. Reach toward your toes gently. Always breathe deeply. No bouncing. If you have back issues, do these seated. Progress by adding 1 rep or 5 seconds weekly if pain-free. Stop for dizziness or numbness, rest and try again later. Think of Tom, 72, who felt wobbly after retirement, adding these moves daily for 8 weeks. Like in Otago-inspired routines, improved his balance time by 40% and steadied his gait, echoing randomized trials on fall prevention. Studies suggest consistent practice may help, but go at your pace. Today, warm up for 2 minutes, do heel raises twice, and practice heel to toe once. Build from there. Here's your simple 7-day plan to weave in those nourishing foods and gentle moves. Inspired by the consistent habits of Japanese elders who stay active into their later years. It's designed to fit into your routine without overwhelming you, based on the physical activity guidelines for Americans, which recommend at least 150 minutes of moderate-intensity aerobic activity weekly for older adults, plus muscle strengthening and balance work to support bone density and gait. The World Health Organization echoes this, suggesting 150 to 300 minutes of moderate activity spread out, with emphasis on balance for folks over 65 to reduce fall risks. Start slow, listen to your body, and if you feel any discomfort, ease up or consult your doctor. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, spend 10 to 15 minutes. Warm up with ankle circles and marching. Then do 3 strength moves like heel raises, sit to stands, and wall squats 8 to 12 reps each. Add 1 balance drill, such as heel to toe walking, and finish with a calf stretch. Tuesdays and Thursdays, go for a 15 to 20-minute brisk walk or gentle cardio, like marching in place if outdoors isn't easy. Every day, hit your hydration goal of 8 cups of water or green tea, and make 1 nutrition swap, such as adding tofu to a meal or snacking on almonds. Weekends are for light, fun garden, stroll with a friend, or dance to your favorite tune for 10 minutes. To track progress, note 2 simple numbers weekly. How many sit-to-stands you can do in 30 seconds, and your single-leg balance time with support. Or jot down cramp nights or leg swelling. Studies suggest tracking like this motivates consistency, helping improvements stick. For tips to stay with it, Pair activities with daily habits like moves after breakfast and celebrate small wins, like feeling steadier. If life gets busy, shorten sessions but don't skip. Even 5 minutes counts. Build gradually, and over 4 weeks, you might notice stronger bones and a surer step. You've got this. Start with that 7-day plan today and try it for 4 weeks. Track your sit to stand reps and balance time. Then share those numbers in the comments below. I'd love to hear how your steps feel steadier or your energy lifts. For more, check out my next video on balanced routines to build on this foundation. If you enjoyed this, hit subscribe and the bell so you don't miss out. Remember, this is for education. Always consult your doctor for personalized advice. Celebrate those small wins, like finishing your first session. Consistency is your friend. You're taking great steps towards stronger bones and a confident gait. Keep going, you deserve it.